Hello to you. My name is Maria Kądzielska and this is Poland Daily Culture. And we will take you today for the journey to the past. And here with me is Michał Rzeczycki, a PhD candidate at Warsaw University. Is it true that a PhD candidate is not anymore a student, but also not yet a human being?
That's true. I believe this is common opinion amongst PhD candidates.
That you were like in the middle of a shifting process.
You're two adults and not enough adults at the same time.
Exactly. Coming back to the Polish political thought, tell us about something which is called the Union of Lublin and how it became a process of forming Polish political thought.
This was a quite interesting process when it compares an income and outcome of it. When the union was decided, we have one big federal state with similar institutions, with parliamentary government, and so on. And
so just to say for everyone who doesn't know what we are talking right now about, so we had Poland and Lithuania united in the personal union of a king.
Yes, it was a real union.
A real union.
The personal union was before. That was the main reason why Grand Dukes of Lithuania were elected as kings of Poland, because the first elected king wasn't King Henry, but it was King Władysław Jagiełło, who lost his right to the throne after the death of Hedwig, his wife. And after that, that was consensus that next king should be elected. And because our allies wanted to keep this union hold, that was decided that next king will always be Grand Duke of Lithuania.
Grand Duke of Lithuania, I see. So that's how the both countries were united in a way. But we have a problem with Zygmunt August, since he married Barbara Radziwiłłówna, and she
was very disliked for this.
And he was hated for this, even though it was a story of love. She died, unfortunately, and of course he didn't have an heir. And that was not only his personal unfortunate situation, but also difficult situation for the country.
Yes, because he had no legal heir. That's why he undertook much extra efforts to close this union, to make this working. To shift from personal union to real union, from two states united only in the person of the monarch to the real new legal political body.
And that's what he said during the Union of Lublin. The Kingdom of Poland and the Grand Duchy of Lithuania is one inseparable and important body, as well as impassive, but one common republic, which from two states and nations has been brought together and bound into one nation.
Yes, and that was the outcome. The beginning was slightly different, because we had two states completely different, comparing each other. With different institutions, different way of governance, different rules.
And different language, so because here
different religion.
And different religion, because even the Lithuanians are not even a Slavic nation. So they don't have this common roots of language when it comes to Slavic languages, even until today.
Yes, but we had a common enemy.
Which is always uniting.
Which is always uniting. Lithuanian nobles wanted to have the same legal guarantees as Polish nobles. Guarantee of personal freedom, guarantee of freedom of the property, guarantee then right to freedom of speech. The process began, I believe, 1435, where local parliaments were established in a region which is called Red Ruthenia, while in the whole Duchy of Lithuania, local parliaments were established in the 16th century.
So basically Lithuania was copying a lot of systems of Polish systems.
Yes, because it was a much better situation when you have a legal guarantee that your land won't be taken and you won't be imprisoned, when you have this on the paper, not as a custom.
I agree, definitely. So it was going this way. So what happened in the Union of Lublin, which was so unique?
First, I must mention this isn't only fairy tale, because there was external pressure on Lithuania I mean Russian expansion. So Russian expansion puts Lithuania closer to Poland because of the state was at the time
Lithuanian
weak.
people knew that they have to look for
They needed an ally.
an ally which is stronger when it comes to military assistance, and they basically give them a hand when
Yes.
it comes to even the Russian Empire was not that strong as we remember it from the past ages. Poland was a bigger power or a similar power in
Yes,
those
and
times.
this is like is comparable to the union of England and Scotland. And England is stronger in the union than Scotland. What happened in the Union of Lublin was the end of the process of forming political culture, because all those institutions, all those establishing local parliaments, giving rights to Lithuanian nobility, was the creating a space inside of which they could form a political culture, they could interact, they could decide, they could debate about political affairs.
Well, I would say very useful as well. And so Zygmunt August, because of his, I would say, the circumstances and the necessity of the fact that he didn't have an heir, pushed two countries into each other's arms and made it real that after his death, it was one country.
After his death, it was one country, but he really pushed this thing much further, literally, because he took a vast part of Grand Duchy of Lithuania and just incorporated to Poland.
And we will continue about those actions in the next episode. And thank you very much for being with us.